Welcome back to KCBD Now. Kirk Kaiser with you on a Friday morning. We're approaching 11 o'clock, actually 10:48 is our time right now. We're doing it live. We have our KCBD Fox 34 newsroom behind us. And incidentally, you're doing it live right now. However, you can access each of our interviews by going to kcbd.com, click on KCBD Digital, and you'll have the interview not only for today with Charlie Minnick, that'll be up there shortly after we finish, but you'll have interviews from each of our days, each of the first 2 weeks. If you missed anything, then you can be sure to catch up by getting those interviews and enjoying them from the past. Charlie Minnick from Bailey Tolliver RV, my guest. Charlie, you started in RVs 30 years ago, and we talked a little about this, but I want to talk a little bit more about the changes. Oh, yeah. In 30 years, things have changed tremendously in all areas, but in RVs, I'll bet the change has been dramatic.
Oh, absolutely. I remember when I first started out, it was, you had one or two lines, and each manufacturer had two or three lines and 5 or 6 floor plans, and that's all it was.
Yeah.
And so it's really, what's really evolved about the whole thing is the comfort that has come along, mm-hmm. the ability to move them, the structure has got completely 100% changed. Floor planning, furniture, you name it, and they've made these changes to accommodate people that are looking for better, nicer, better things.
Yeah.
It's the only way to.
So it's not one uniform.
No.
I mean, it's all different options, right?
Yeah, I mean, 2 air conditioners, 1 air conditioner, 3 air conditioners, on-demand water heaters. We have on-demand water heaters now. Mm-hmm. You just turn the faucet on, boom, you got hot water. You have generators. You can do central heating in them. You can just do whatever you want. And they have evolved so much. Touchpad stuff. Now, I'm an old schooler. I like to be able to turn the switch, make it work.
Right.
Touchpad. I have a hard time on this iPhone.
Yeah.
Making this iPhone work. And you can run them on your iPhones. It's just, there's so much things they've done with technology. They have made the industry fun. Paint, exterior designs, mm-hmm. televisions outside, awnings, more awnings, automatic leveling. You just reach up there, hit a button, boom, and auto levels.
Really?
They have.
Now that used to be a lot harder. You had to crank it, didn't you?
Yeah, you had to crank it up, or you had to put blocks on it,
right,
everything
right.
like that. Everybody used to get. When I was younger, we'd take a trailer and they'd say, "Hey, you're leaning." Say, "Give me just a minute." Get
mm-hmm.
jack it up, put 2 or 4.
And that'd take a while.
Oh yeah, take a while. Yeah.
Sure.
Oh yeah, you wear yourself out.
Yeah.
Now you just reach up there, as long as you're on pretty good level ground, hit a button, bang, it levels up, and you're ready to go. Slide outs. Mm-hmm. The slide out. It used to be, you had 300. You couldn't go over 390 square feet, and that mm-hmm. included your slide outs. And now they've got them to where they're 43, 44, 45 foot long. They may have 4 or 5 slide outs. So that's kind of went away a little bit because people want to have the ability to have room in them, bedrooms, furniture, washer and dryers. Those thing is washer and dryer. Now we have them with washer and dryer closets, mud rooms.
Tell me what the slide outs are, like beds?
Yeah, beds, couches, kitchen.
Okay.
So you'll have your 8-foot box or your 100-inch box, and then you'll be able to take and hit a button, slide the walls out.
Yeah.
And now you've took from 300 or 130 square feet up to 400, 430, 450 square feet, which it doesn't sound like a lot, but when you get in it, it is. Mm-hmm. And the way we've built the furniture nowadays, the furniture is designed and built to fit to where you have more legroom, more room. They have chargers, USB chargers. Heated, vibrating couches.
Wow!
So it's got really amazing dual pane windows. Everything you can do with your home, they're doing with RVs. Mm-hmm. So it makes it feel like you're at home.
Well, and it makes sense why some people have it as their primary home now,
yes, exactly.
and are living out of it, right?
Absolutely.
Yeah. Okay, Charlie. Time for the quick fire finish.
I got to ask you one question.
Yes, sir.
Does the camera make me look bigger? Or
You know what? I had a really good story here,
Because
Charlie.
I'm trying to lose weight, but
Yeah,
am
I
looking
understand.
good?
Oh,
and
my
I know
gosh.
I know the boys at the store are watching.
You look
They're gonna
huge.
Say, oh yeah.
No, here's a good story about that. They say I don't know who they is. They say the camera adds 10 pounds.
Oh, okay. Well, that's why I'm
So,
only 100, 200 pounds.
Here's a true story. Years
laughing. I know
ago,
they're going,
I
"Whatever."
was in Odessa, and I interviewed a guy. I think it was he was on the Odessa school board. Anyway, he goes home, and his wife had watched the interview, and he said, "How was it?" And she goes, "Well, honey, you just kind of looked bigger." And he said, "Well, the camera adds 10 pounds." And her response was, "How many cameras did you have on you?" So, no, it doesn't work that. We've got 2. It doesn't mean it's 20 extra pounds,
Well,
Charlie.
I just
No.
had to ask that because
Yeah.
I'm trying
Sure.
I'm trying to lose weight, but everybody's
Right.
going, when are you going to start?
Is that in the near future?
We're going outside and going to wash some RVs, guys.
That's
Y'all
the
come on.
first one. Are you going to lose weight? No, that's not it. That's not it. All right, let's talk travel.
Okay.
So, what's your preference, Charlie Minnick? Now, I know where you went last week, so there's maybe a biased question. Mountains or beach?
Both.
Both.
All right,
Okay.
let me tell you why. The beach. We have a store in Victoria.
Yeah, that's
if
true.
I didn't say beach, we'd be in trouble, right? But we have so many customers that'll take their RV and go straight to the beach. Or there's an RV park there, and they literally can park it right there and look out there.
Wow.
See the
Now
ocean.
that's nice.
It's nice.
Well, and I didn't think about that. You get to pick your own view because
That's
you're
right.
parking the trailer.
You
You're
got it.
parking the RV.
You got
So,
it.
travel trailer or fifth wheel? What's your preference?
I like the fifth wheel.
Okay.
But if I'm going to buy one for travel ball, or if I'm going to buy a trailer to just go park it and use it as my second place to live while I'm working, it's going to be what actually is more comfortable for me. If it's just going to be me, I may go with a travel trailer.
Yeah.
As people get older, they don't want to climb up and down the stairs.
Right.
But here's the cool thing about it, Kurt. They make them with rear bedrooms now.
Right. Right.
So your floor plans are just all over the board.
That's why you ask questions. What are you
right.
going to use it for?
That's right.
And that'll depend which direction they go,
Yes.
right?
Yes, exactly.
Yeah. All right. State park or a luxury RV resort? Where would you rather be?
The state park.
State park is fun.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because there's so many people there that you get to meet more people. People are out campfiring. They're out sitting around, talking, walking around. They're having more fun. There's more kids. It's more of a family situation. When you go to a luxury park, that's where they want to be left alone.
Okay. They're more to themselves. Yeah.
Does that make sense?
It makes perfect sense. I know how the wealthy are. Yeah, sure. That's what it is, Charlie. Okay, you mentioned campfire. You're looking at my notes. Quit peeking. No, you're not peeking. It says campfire or air conditioning. What's your preference, Charlie?
Come on, man. I'm 250 years old. I'm in the air conditioning. Till it gets
Good choice.
Until it gets 8 o'clock, 9 o'clock, and I'll holler out, "What's it? Is it? How's it nice? Is it? It's nice. Okay. I'm gonna open the door and raise the window, but I'm staying in here."
Especially the last few days out here.
Yes.
Air conditioning.
air conditioning.
Yes,
Yeah,
we need
yes.
air conditioning. Do you prefer cooking outside or eating at a restaurant?
Cooking outside.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Are you a good cook?
Yeah. Real
Are you?
Yeah.
What's your specialty?
Steak?
Steak. All right. You'll have us over.
Oh, yeah.
Favorite Texas destination that you've traveled to for vacation, for fun? Where would you
Bend.
go? Big Bend.
Big Bend.
Yeah.
It's nice down there, Big Bend, and you got Lajitas, you got everything down there.
Yeah.
And I also, a lot of people like going to the hill country.
Yeah.
I like going down to the hill country, but Big Bend is my deal. Of course, I'm a West Texas boy, and I like ranching and I like farming,
Right,
and
right.
I really enjoy that down there. But the mountains are fun, but there's a little story about the mountain, going to the mountains. So I had a guy one day, and he said, I said, what are you going to do? Well, we're going to Red Oaks, or we're going to Colorado this weekend. I said, what time are you going to leave? Thursday. I said, okay. When are you coming home? Oh, I'll be back to work Monday morning. I said, okay. I said, so when are you leaving? He said, oh, we'll probably leave early Saturday, late Saturday evening. Okay. So I'll call him on Sunday and say, what are you doing? Well, I figured I could make it in 8 hours, so we're still here till about 2. I said, why? He said, Well, it's just so nice up here, and I want to stay here and all this stuff, but I got to get back. So then they throw everything in the RV and they come home.
Yeah,
And it's so funny because they try to stretch it as far as they can.
Big Bend's fun. Have you spent any time in Alpine?
Yes.
Alpine's a neat little
Love
community, isn't it?
Yes.
Yeah.
Alpine, Marfa.
Yeah.
And a lot of people will tease me Presidio because a long time ago when I was real young, I used haul cattle for a living, and we haul a lot of Mexican cattle, and so we would go to Presidio, and then we love going to Okinawa, across the border at Presidio, and go eat. They have two great Mexican restaurants down there, by the way, if you ever get to go.
Okay.
If
Good to
they'll
know.
let you across. If they tell you, no, you're not going today, turn around and go back.
Go
Trust
back.
them. Trust them.
Yeah.
But Presidio, Marfa, Fort Davis, it's just, there's so much history there, and I love history.
Yeah.
There's so much history there that you can just sit there and look and just imagine what happened many, many, many years ago.
Absolutely. And incidentally, Alpine has a great museum at Sul Ross State University.
Yes.
And Sul Ross, beautiful little campus. Smaller campus, but beautiful. So it's a good place
Hey,
to go.
they got a baseball field there?
They do. It looks like Old Wrigley Field.
Yes. And do you know that was a semi-pro team?
Semi-pro team, yeah.
Okay.
I forget their name.
At one time in my life, I got to do a lot of umpiring, and I loved going to Sul Ross and doing baseball there. And I get so tickled because you'd see those teams that would come in, and they're looking at that wall.
Yeah.
And it's a rock wall.
Yes.
And there's no warning track. And I'd be tickled. I'd look at the coach. I said, "What do you think?" He said, "Somebody gonna get hurt today. I can see.
Yeah.
It's gonna get hurt."
The warning track is there for a reason. It warns people that the wall is coming.
And the wall don't move.
I did a high school game there one time. We were supposed to play in Midland. It got rained out in Midland. We drove then to Fort Stockton. They'd left the sprinklers on by mistake.
Yeah.
So that field was flooded. So then we went from Fort Stockton. We ended up in Alpine. The game started after midnight.
Yep.
And it was at that field. So that's my story about being there. All right. We're talking travel. Favorite place you've traveled? Anywhere you've gone? What's the place you'd like to return to, Charlie Minnick?
Everybody's gonna laugh. It's so funny. I have this standing deal with my daughter that I love the Alamo. I'm a big Alamo nut.
Remember the Alamo?
I love it.
Yeah.
So one day all of my reps were in, and we were talking. I asked them. I said, "Hey, if you was to ever, for some reason, get lost mentally or whatever, or you just broke down and nobody could find you, where could your family find you?" And they all sit there and thought. And I said, "You got to have some place." I said, "Well, what's yours?" "The Alamo." "Well, ain't nobody know to find you there." I said, "Really?" Picked up the phone, called my daughter. I said, and they asked me, Peyton, we got to bet with your dad, blah, blah, blah.
Yeah.
Where would you, if you had to find your dad, if something was to happen and you didn't know where he was and he was lost, he got away or whatever, where would you find him? She said, the Alamo.
She knew it.
She knew it. It was hilarious.
Mine would be Busch Stadium watching the Cardinals play.
Yeah, with remembrance.
Yes, that's exactly right.
your dad.
That's where I would be with my dad. All right, one thing that every RVer should always pack, Charlie. What should you have whenever you go on a trip? Any ideas there?
Battery charger.
Battery charger. Good idea. Don't want to run out.
No, here's why. Everything is runs off a converter or an inverter. So 120 volt. If you lose your converter, your battery goes dead. And lots of stuff in your RV is designed to run off 12 volt. So we have to have 12 volt. And it's so funny. We'll have people call, my battery's dead. I can't get it up. I'm plugged in. This ain't working. And they're mad. And I said, well, where you at? I'm here at this service. And they can get pretty aggravated. I said, okay, do you have a battery charger? No. I said, go to Walmart, go to Auto Store, and get a 12 volt battery charger. Well, I ain't got no place to plug it in. I said, you can plug it in on the side of your trailer because there's an outside plug. Oh, yeah. What am I doing? I said, put it on the battery because your converter's out.
That'll get you home.
Get you home.
There you go.
Actually, you can finish out your vacation because all you're doing is charging your battery.
Right. You don't
then
have
your
to
air
go.
conditioner works, your heater works, your lights work. Everything is run off. Your water heater will fire because it's run off 12 volt. And that's what a lot of people don't understand. The battery on an RV is your life, is what runs it.
Yeah.
People can say what they want, but your battery is your life source of an RV.
There you go. So Make sure you take that. One thing people pack they don't need, is there anything that people traditionally take and you're just not going to use it?
I don't know.
Okay.
That's a question that I don't.
That's an individual
That's
question,
an individual
yeah.
question because you take me, I'm going to take everything in the sink, and that's why the things.
Yeah.
That's why when your gross
Well-
GVW is 18,000 pounds and I'm sitting at 20, but you know what? I got it.
But when you have an RV, you can take everything you need. So that,
right.
that may be an unfair one. And then I think you answered this when I said if you could hook up the RV tomorrow and disappear for a week, where are you going? You'd go to the Alamo.
I'd go to the Alamo.
You'd be at the Alamo.
I'll be at the Alamo. If
Yeah.
they let me park there.
If they let you park. Good point.
Yeah.
Charlie, this has been fun.
Yes, it's
I've
been a
enjoyed
blast.
having you.
Been a blast.
And we're going to have Charlie back some other time.
Oh, I'd love it.
We'll
Yeah.
keep in touch with you. And Charlie, again, is with Bailey Tolliver RV, and you're in Brownfield, you're in
Stanton, Texas, Victoria, Texas.
and down at Victoria.
Visit us online at Bailey Tolliver.
There you go.
TolliverRV.com. That's BaileyTolliverRV.com.
Okay.
TolliverRV.com. You can look at everything we have. You can actually submit. You can talk. We actually have a CRM system that you can talk with them and back and forth, and they get right to you. But please, just go to our website and look and see what we have.
Right.
It's TolliverRV.com, and all three of our locations are there. Also, our Ford store, Buddy Tolliver Ford, Stanton, Texas. Guys, we give great dollars for trades.
Okay.
We have fast getting your numbers back to you. We don't believe in messing around, and we don't play games. You know, it's here's your deal. What do you think? And people say, why are you giving me more money for my trade? Because that's what we do. We're here to do business. And we do a lot of business out of Lubbock, Amarillo. We just sold 2 to Washington State.
Wow.
People that our customers
Pretty
knew
area.
us and told us, hey, go down there and see these guys. And that's the
Yeah.
same thing with our RVs, Kurt. We sell them all over the United States.
Yeah.
We've been blessed.
It's limitless. So the website is a place to go to find out more. All right.
BettyTolliverRV.com.
Okay.
Betty Tolliver Ford.
Good deal. Thank you, Charlie Minnick. Charlie
you,
Minnick,
Kurt,
our
for the
guest
time.
today on KCBD.com, on KCBD Now, our new program here. And again, we're going to be having another great week for you. We are ending up today, of course, on Friday with Charlie Minnick, but next week, Junior Vasquez will be here. Junior, a longtime Lubbock musician. Many of you are familiar with Junior, and he's going to bring his guitar, be singing a little bit for us. Dela Esqueda will be here on Tuesday. Dela is with the Guadalupe Parkway Neighborhood Centers. We'll learn all about the neighborhood centers. Wednesday, it is Mike Brock, and Mike is with OsteoStrong. New business here in town. You'll learn what OsteoStrong is all about and how you can take advantage of just exactly what they offer. On Thursday, good friend Danny Koch will be alongside. Danny is a great proponent of a great supporter of veterans and veterans organizations. There's a reason behind that. We'll get Danny's story. He'll tell you more about it, and we'll talk about some of the opportunities for those of you who love veterans and can support our local veterans. And then on Friday, we'll end the week with Daryl Holland. Daryl is the owner of the Cactus Theater. We'll talk about 10 years behind the Cactus Theater and what's coming up next at the Cactus Theater with Daryl Holland and all of his people down there. Thank you for joining us so much. Again, on KCBD Now, we're giving you the stories behind the people and the people behind our community. Join us again next week, 10 o'clock, KCBD.com. Kurt Kaiser saying so long for you, and thank you for your time this time. Until next time, so long. I got the so long wrong. That's what it is. All right. We'll see you next week.